Gen Y, Gen X, Millennials, Generation Me, Generation Internet. You know who you are. You've been crushed, hit hard by this economy.
So if you're dealing with college debt, maybe you're even trying to move out of your parents' house or start a new business. Look, the only way you're going to be able to do that is to be able to produce and to get people to pay you what you're worth.
I'm fighting for your generation. I'm not counting you out. I believe in you. We're here to give young hustlers the advice and tools they need to succeed in the 21st century.
You remember that? Welcome to Young Hustlers, everybody. It's Thursday. It's noon East Coast Standard Time on Grant Cardone TV. My name is Jarrod Glandt, and the reason we come here every Thursday is to give you young hustlers out there, us young hustlers, I include myself in that audience, what you need to give you a little jump start midweek. So if you're listening to this on iTunes or Stitcher, welcome. If you're on the network, make sure you're posting your comments in the feed, GCTV, GrantCardoneTV.com/Young Hustlers. If you want to call in, we're taking calls today. I want to chat with you. We're talking about the top traits of young hustlers today. So I want to work today on what we could do to figure out like those secret tricks, those mind things that you do with yourself, or maybe just a simple series of things that you do on a daily basis to get more, to be more productive, to be more motivated. I want, and when I was thinking about this show this morning, I was like, man, I'd really like for this show today to be a collaborative deal where everybody who's out there that's watching the show is able to call in and share some tips and some strategies, because I think that, one of the things that we have the ability to now to leverage in our generation, for me at least, is just the network of people. It's more real now than ever. They used to always say that your net worth was your network. And, before the internet and social media and all that, it was tough to build a network unless you were just out meeting people, traveling around all the time. So today I want to talk about, what are those things that you can do to become a true young hustler? What are the things that disqualify you as a young hustler, right? And it's basically going to be the opposite of what I'm covering here. But before I get into the show today, I want to tell you about something. We just announced it last night, okay? This is the big release, all right? Cardone University is a $19,000 program right now that's on sale for $19.95. Last night before Grant left, he went all in. $19.95 for Grant Cardone University. The $5,000 Grant Cardone's playbook now have been put together in one package, all right? So Grant Cardone's playbook, you've heard about it. We're talking about it. We've been talking about it. Unbelievable A to Z plan on how you can create financial security, prosperity in your life. You get Grant's playbook free when you purchase Cardone University. So go to CardoneUniversity.com to get signed up today. CardoneUniversity.com to get signed up for your individual access to Grant Cardone's #1 best-selling sales training university platform. All right, so let's dig into the show. Again, callers 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. So as I was putting my list together of things that I would say, like, hey, these are the top traits of a young hustler, the first thing that I came up with was that you actually have to want more. And, as I look back in my life, and maybe, depending on where you're at in life, dude, I didn't always want more. A lot of times I was kind of stuck where I was at. I was stuck in, I'm just okay. I'm just surviving. I'm living. I had really no ambition. So I don't know if you've ever been there before, but when you're at that moment, it can be really hard to transition out of, complacency into like total ambition mode. And so really one of the top traits of somebody who wants to truly be a young hustler, so if you're 20, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, you have to get to the point where you actually want more and you're willing to make the commitment and go all in to get what you want. So like there's really three levels of what you want in life. You either want more, you want the same, or you want less. Now, when you break it down that simple, the love I have in my relationship with my wife. Do I want more of it? Do I want the same of it? Or do I want less of it? My bank account balance. Do I want more? Am I good with it? Am I good with the same? Or do I want less? Anything that you look at in your life, you can apply that simple formula. Do you want more? Do you want the same? Or do you want less? Because the first thing that you got to have if you want to truly catapult yourself is you have to have a burning desire to get more, to want more, and you actually have to know why you want it. So one thing Grant and I were talking about in the elevator the other day, Alberto in the chat, what's up, man? Good to have you on the show. He's one of our sprint guys. We love Sprint, by the way, doing massive things right now to overtake the juggernauts in the business. 1% difference, 50% of the cost. Come on, guys, sign up for Sprint. That was a little detour. But so I was talking to Grant about, hey, dude, what made you successful? Like, what made you at that age when you were like, man, I'm going to go all in and do this? He was like, dude, I was money motivated. I was 100% money motivated, and I was willing to do whatever it took just to get money, to make money. So a lot of times people don't have that money motivation. Like if you're not a really money motivated person, the first thing that you have to do is you have to educate yourself about money. So we're actually going through and we're starting to rework a lot of the stuff that we're putting out now because so many people don't have that urgency about money, and things are going to get bad, man. I get to overhear some conversations that Grant's having in his real estate stuff, and man, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, but only if you don't know how to produce, only if you don't know how to go out and get what you want and you got your head right about money. So, dude, you've got to understand why you want more, why you need more, because you got to have more, not the same, not less. When we get back from the break, I'm going to dig back down into this list. We're talking top traits today on Young Hustlers.
In life, anything can happen. Disasters, losses, unexpected things that are not part of your business plan. And when it does, the next step is to figure out how to get back to business as fast as possible. That's where Pride Public Adjuster steps in to properly manage your insurance claim, create a strategic recovery plan, and get you everything you are entitled to from your insurance company. Our experts ensure that your insurance company will restore you to pre-loss condition or better. Since Pride works strictly on contingency, there is no risk and we don't get paid until you get paid. We are the only public adjusting firm licensed in every state in the United States, utilizing our own in-house team of insurance professionals. We work exclusively for you, the policyholder, not the insurance company. Contact us today to receive a free claim review at prideadjusters.com. That's prideadjusters.com. Settle for everything with Pride. That's prideadjusters.com. Trust, confidence, and results lay the foundation of any marketing campaign. At Rush Impact Marketing, we take pride in helping your automotive dealership generate more traffic, increase gross profit, and deliver a lifetime of results. Rush Impact Marketing is the #1 staffed event, direct mail, digital, and consulting marketing company in the automotive industry, with the sole intention of creating a solid and long-term relationship with each of our automotive dealership clients on a personal level. Grow your business, expand your name, generate more profits, utilize every social platform, every piece of mobile technology to get awareness out there about your dealership. Let us show the world who you are. Text SuperSale to 555-888 to get started today with your free market analysis. Gaining financial independence is what every person seeks in today's world. With so many options when it comes to investing, it can be confusing to know what to do. Specialized IRA Services helps you know the right direction to go. Whether you are looking for a self-directed IRA, a retirement account, or need the know-how on funding a new business, Specialized IRA Services helps you gain control of your assets, your money, and your investments while being educated on the entire process. In removing Wall Street out of your investment, you can be sure to spend less on investment fees, taxes, and make more on your returns. Let the expert team at Specialized IRA Services help you transform your family legacy and secure your financial independence. Visit specializediraservices.com. That's specializediraservices.com to register for more info and receive a free ebook on your guide to financial freedom. That's specializediraservices.com.
Hey, welcome back to Young Hustlers. Man, we're talking about top traits today. I'm excited because I want to hear from you what your top traits are. I want to hear the top things that you've done or you've applied in your life that have made a big difference. And I want you to share those with the audience, man. I want to jump to a caller right now. I usually don't do that till later in the show, but I'm excited. I want to talk to Christy from Tennessee. Christy, what's going on?
I'll get in there.
Christy.
Huh?
Is this
Yes.
Is this Christy?
Yeah.
Hey, this is actually
JT.
yeah, this is JT Conway. This is my wife Christy on the phone. How are y'all?
Hey, man, we got a tag team right now. What's going on, guys?
Tag team, baby. It's tag team. Yep.
Hey, let me ask you this. What is your top, like your number one trait? One thing that you've developed or done different that's made a difference in your success?
All right, man. That's simple. About a week ago, my buddy turned me on to this show on YouTube. I watched the show about depression. I was embarrassed. I didn't want anybody to walk past my desk and see me watching something about depression, but that damn show changed everything. In about the last 10, 12 days, my wife and I have been completely on fire, and that's why I wanted to call. I'll get in and out real fast, but we just both wanted to thank you. It's changed our lives, man.
Dude,
and
that's so
we're
awesome.
super excited. We've 10x'd everything. It's legit. No kidding.
I love that. What do you do for work?
So the easy answer would be healthcare, but really what we do is we try to help people get into drug and alcohol treatment. So it's phone sales. It's straight phone sales. It's mainly incoming calls, though.
Dude, you're saving lives, though, right?
I mean, that's what I like to think, man. We do some special stuff around here. We happen to make some good money at the same time. Works out well. Christy's actually a realtor here in Nashville, Tennessee, so one of the hottest real estate markets. Christy Conway with Keller Williams Realty.
There you go, a little shout out. Hashtag shout out. Hey, well, look, I appreciate the call, JT. Christy, thanks for sharing your story. I want to go, wow. Is this for real, guys? Is this for real? Oh, my gosh. It's for real. We've got a very distinguished guest on the phone, guys. Very distinguished. I can't believe we have fans in this kind of level. Wow. Let's go to Barack. Barack, welcome to the show.
What's up, J Money?
Hey, Mr. President, how are you?
How's it going?
Thanks for calling the show.
So, let's talk about traits, man. Let's talk about young people traits.
Dude, what's your number one trait, man? Obviously, this isn't the president, right? This is not Barack Obama.
No, man, this is the other Barack. This
Man,
is the car
you said
guy,
Barack from D.C. You guys got me all freaked out, man. Man, they're playing games with me. All right, man. Hey, what's your number one top trait, dude? What's one thing that's made a big difference in your life?
I wake up hungry, bro. I wake up hungry, and I don't eat till I make my first dollar.
So what's that mean? Like,
You know what I mean?
do you eat like a light dinner, no carbs, something like that?
I don't. I just when I wake up in the morning, I'm hungry, bro.
Okay.
Like a hungry dog behind a meat truck. I just don't eat till I make my first dollar. Once I make my first dollar, I break my fast.
Good, man.
You know what I mean?
Good. What do you
Hungry.
do? What do you do for
Stomach's
work?
Hungry. I own a car dealership.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. It's good stuff. Dude, what do you want to say to these young hustlers listening to the show right now? You're an entrepreneur. You got your own business. You're up there killing it. You don't eat until you've killed something. Dude, what's one piece of advice?
You're better off having a small piece of nothing. You get your own something, man. Get your own something. Don't work for somebody else. Don't make other people's dreams come true. Make your own dreams come true.
There you go.
Be your own boss. You know who my boss is? My customers. That's it.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Love that.
Hold on, bro. I gotta grab this other call. I gotta make
All right,
some
man.
money.
All right. Appreciate the call, Barack. So Barack calling in from Massachusetts, man. He's talking about, dude, be your own boss. I'll tell you, I ain't my own boss, and things are working out great for me. So, look, I think that's one of the big misconceptions about being an entrepreneur is that people think that you have to go start your own business and you have to own your own thing and do your own thing. Dude, I run my own deal in this company right here, right? So don't think that you can't be successful if you don't own your own deal. There's certainly some advantages of it, but it's not the path for everybody. All right, so number one thing we talked about was you have to know more and you have to know why. The economic situation is nasty right now. It doesn't feel good. People are making less money. Insurance expenses, healthcare expenses are going up. Inflation's coming down the road. You got to be ready for it. So you got to understand why you actually need more. Number two, dude, you have to be curious. This is one of my favorite traits, right? Like curiosity. With everything that you do, you have to be curious. You have to be conscious, and you have to be aware of things that are going on around you. Like you're always looking. Like in our office, we are constantly, always. It's like Grant's number one mission when he walks in the door every day is like, what can we do different? Always. He's always wanting to try something new. He's always got this curiosity for, I'll give you an example. So we're trying some new things on the website, and it's something that really nobody does on websites for whatever reason. So it's kind of like commonplace, hey, don't do that on websites. Well, Grant comes in, he's like, dude, why? Let's try it. Let's try it and see what happens. All of those other people could be wrong. So we go in, we drop down, we change the website. Didn't work out, but we're afraid. We're not afraid to try something new, to try to make something else work. So constantly always looking for new ways to kind of break what we're doing and see if there's something better that lies behind it. But you have to be willing to be wrong. You have to be willing to try to do things that other people, that they're just not doing. Right? You got to be able to go in a different direction of the river. So that was number 2. Be curious, be conscious, be aware. Number 3, you've got to be committed to learning. And, I don't know, when you guys went to school, was learning was being was that like a cool thing? Because it never was really like a cool thing. And, the kids, sometimes the smart kids, they got made fun of by the cool kids, Dude, we want to make training cool. We want to make learning and education cool again, man. Because the benefit, the down the road benefit of an education, man, I wish I would have paid more attention in school. You guys wish you would have paid more attention in school? John, I know you wish you would have paid more attention in school. So the point is like you have so many tools and resources available to educate yourself with. Like, you have the ability now in today's era and generation to access more information with the click of a button than most people could ever see in a lifetime. And so if you truly want to be a young hustler, no matter your age, you got to be able to freaking exploit these resources that you have available to you. So, like Cardone University, this program will literally lay the framework for everything you need to know to be successful. From A to Z, everything about sales, prospecting, closing, negotiating, everything. When we get back from the break, I'm going to hit you up with number 4 and 5 and close this out.
Credit affects every aspect of life. How's yours? At Safe Credit Solutions, we dedicate our lives to ensuring you can get the life you want. Safe Credit Solutions are FICO certified consultants, and we are trained to be immediately at your service to find solutions and repair your credit. Our goal is to grow your credit, add stability, and accomplish the goals you want for your life. With month-to-month services and live monitoring of our progress, we can get results for you within 30 to 45 days. Visit SafeCreditSolutions.com. That's SafeCreditSolutions.com to get a free credit consultation from our expert team. And let's get you on the path to repairing your credit today. That's SafeCreditSolutions.com.
The fall is always the moment when you have to redefine yourself. Easy is not part of success. Easy is not part of life. When I was 33 years old, I faced the lowest point in my life. I was broke. I was battling demons of women, finances, alcohol, and drug addictions. And here I stand in front of you in the top 1% of car salesmen in the United States. Quitting was never an option for me. I keep pushing for my son, for my dreams, and what I'm attempting to create for my own life. My name is Mark Jennison, and this is the Comeback Corner. I was a millionaire twice, and I lost it all twice. And now I'm here to show you what it takes to come back and stand in the face of adversity, even if that adversity is yourself. This show is designed to prove that no matter how far you fall, no matter how great the defeat or failure, there's always a comeback. There's always an opportunity to redefine yourself, redefine who you are, and come back stronger, better, and faster than before.
To learn more about Mark and his story, check out MarkJennison.com. That's MarkJennison.com. Neighborhood with a lasting impression. A professional landscape can deliver that and more. And the man to bring it to you is Steve Griggs. Awarded the National Best of Hows in Client Satisfaction in 2016 with clients such as Dr. Oz and the Palisade Center Mall in West Nyack. Steve Griggs is New York's best landscape designer. This isn't landscape design, this is lifestyle design. For more information, visit SteveGriggsDesign.com. That's SteveGriggsDesign.com.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to the people on Facebook right now. Joel Sop, dude, the best advice, Jarrod, failure is not defeat, it's experience. Welcome the experience and then grind even harder. Rose Har, you rock. Anthony Progress, Jarrod, let's talk about the biggest sports deal in history. You're gonna have to fill me in, man. I've been out of the game there. And then Willem Robenheimer, thank you for following on Facebook. All right, so we're talking top traits. We're talking top traits of young hustlers. Number one, you've got to want more. You've got to figure out why you actually want more. Get clear on your purpose. Get clear on why you show up every day, on why you do what you do every day. Number two, you always have to be curious. Be aware of things that are happening, things that are changing, trends, opportunities. Like, man, things are changing so fast, you know? Guy one day, he says, you know, hey, I think there's a better way. He's shaving in the morning. He's like, man, I think there might be a better way for me to help people, because right now, every week I got to go get a new shave replacement, you know, for my razor. He's like, man, there should be an easier way to do this. It should be cheaper. And then he goes out and he creates Dollar Shave Club, and he just sells the thing for $1 billion. So you got to be aware of these opportunities and these things happening around you so that you can actually take advantage of an opportunity when it presents itself. So if you're on Facebook right now and you like what you got up to this point, dude, share the stream, man. Share that stream on Facebook. Get it out to your peeps. Get it out to your fellow, your peers. That's what they call that. Dude, Chad Pittenger, here are my top 5 P's for peak performance: being present, being positive, having a process, having a champion's perspective, and being prepared. I love that, Chad. My number 3 was be committed to learning and make learning cool again. We were talking about that before the break. And then actually learn something from your experience. You know, I was listening to something the other day, and a very successful person, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire, big boy. He was talking about like the difference between like learning and studying, and education and actually studying. And it was like, it seems so simple and like common sense, but it hit for me, and I was like, dude, that's such an opportunity. When you're going through information, studying means that you're learning or you're consuming the information with the intention of actually applying it. So not just learning it and reading it, but taking that next step to say, okay, now here's actually how I apply that. And so oftentimes we miss that. You're not really learning anything if you can't apply it. You're just consuming data and information. So also comment here, Merchant Side on GCTV. I called in 6 months ago because I lost a large client to a bigger competitor. You guys said that was a bad excuse and told me to keep following up. I kept at it and they never replied until last month when they called and said that they weren't happy with the client, the company they'd signed up with, and they'd use me. They're now my biggest client. So that's a great example right there of like extreme persistence. Persistence beats resistance. Mike Bonnet in there on the phone every day. I mean, gosh. I mean, I could put like audio clips together that would just blow your mind of hearing this guy on the phone call, because he sinks his teeth in and he never lets go. Heath Powell, another one of our top guys. He's working a deal. He and I are on this deal. We fly up to Chicago twice to go pitch this deal. Still can't get the deal done. You know, we get like we're at the table ready to close the thing down, and then the deal just completely falls apart. This was probably 7 months ago. Stay persistent. He keeps following up. We keep hitting him. We keep staying in front of him. Next thing you know, guy calls up. He says, hey, I'm ready to do a deal. So we're putting a deal together with him right now. So never give up on people, right? Never give up. Even after they transact, you can never give up. So that's another great trait of a hustler. Never give up. So my number 4, this is a big one. This is one where most people fail. They don't have the freaking like the grit to pull this off. Dude, taking the short-term hit for the long-term gain. That uncomfortable short-term decision you got to make that hurts. It's uncomfortable. It burns. Dude, like, I mean, dude, there are conversations that I have to have now. And I know Grant's pushing me into these conversations because he's trying to build me out as a man, you know, and give me some more freaking, I don't know. But there's some tough conversations you got to have as an executive with the company. And so for me, I got to get on the court and I got to play that game a bit more so that I feel more comfortable and more confident. And so the short-term sacrifice is that comfort. It's not an easy conversation. It's a tough one. But the long-term payoff is I'm going to be more prepared and better equipped to have that conversation in the future. You know, for me, also moving up to work with Grant. For everyone in our sales office, it's 95% of the people that sell for us, they move from out of state to come work here. They move from out of state to come work here with not hardly any money guaranteed to them based solely on the upside. And a lot of them, it takes them 2 or 3 or 4 months to get rolling. When they could go somewhere else and get a salary, comfort, $6 or $7 grand a month, and they'd be totally happy, right? Well, not happy, but they'd have consistent income. So they all take the short-term hit because they're looking for the long-term gain. And I think that too many people make their decisions based off of today as opposed to tomorrow or next month or next year. So if you can figure a way to work that out and do the things that you know burn and hurt today but will pay off in the long term, do that. That's probably one of the most valuable traits that you can have as a young hustler. The last one, this is the big one, dude, discipline. Being disciplined is in every area of your life has got to be probably the most valuable of any of it. You know, if you can build these other things in and you can apply discipline to it, you pretty much guarantee your success. So maybe that's working out for you, like getting up in the morning. How can I push myself? How can I build the discipline in to freaking get up at 6 o'clock or 5:30 every morning and then get to the gym, even though I don't feel like it, even though I'm tired, even though I'd rather lay in bed for another 45 minutes, whatever. How do you continue to push yourself to do that? Well, consistency is key, right? Consistency builds discipline. So you got to force yourself to get the consistency piece in. You know, maybe that's eating the same thing for breakfast every single day because you're good with that. You know, maybe that's eating chicken and vegetables because that's all you're good with that. You know, like who knows? It's different for everybody. But be disciplined with your actions. Be disciplined with the people that you hang out with. Be disciplined with the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. Dude, you have to apply discipline in every area of your life because what you're doing right now as a young hustler, as a young person, is you're putting in all these building blocks and you don't even know where they all go yet. But fortunately, like I got people like Grant who say, man, you need to start working on these things. I don't always understand everything that he's telling me to do, but I trust him because he's been there. He's been places that I haven't been before, and I'd like to go where he's been, right? So he's given me things and pieces, and I'm like, I don't quite get it or I don't quite understand it, but I start bringing all these pieces in and start putting them together. So you got to have the discipline to like take what people give you and actually hold on to it and do it. I want to preface that by saying make sure that if you're taking information from people that they're credible, right? So that they have more, they're in a better situation, like Grant giving me information. That would be a good example. So you've got to exercise discipline in all these areas of your life so that you can start putting all these pieces together, health, nutrition, financial, spiritual, your family. I mean, everything's got to come together to work for you to create that 10X, that super life. So I want to go to the phones right now. Let's go to Rachel from Colorado. Rachel, we're talking about top traits today. What's the number one thing that you've done in your life that has made you more successful?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, Jay, man, I didn't hear the first part. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's
so
going on?
Happy to be on.
Good. It's good to have you on. So I was saying that, what's the number one thing that you've done in your life, the trait that you've applied that has created success for you?
The number one trait that I've applied is something that I've learned from all of you guys over there, and that's essentially that there's more out there and that there's more action that I need to be taking. And just brainwashing myself, getting out of average. That's the number one thing that's really helped me. And you guys actually helped me go from, the nice cushy seat that you're talking about, retail, car business, everyone's coming to me. And now I'm knocking doors, selling security alarms. So I did that because of you guys.
Wow. Who are you working for?
I'm working for American Burglary Protection. We sell EDT in Colorado Springs.
Awesome. And so you got that job because you heard us talking about guys knocking doors that were making big money?
Exactly that, and I just needed to get out of my comfort zone and go do something that was tougher. I did it only because of you guys.
Let me ask you, what have you done in your life that's more difficult than knocking doors, cold calling, going door to door?
Absolutely nothing.
What do you struggle most with? What's the hardest part about doing that?
I never had to close person to person before, so that's my tough spot right now. I have not been able to close, only once. So I'm getting there. I'm practicing, doing what you guys tell me to do. I'm on Cardone U. My boss is awesome. He signs up for all of your guys' stuff. It's amazing.
Awesome.
That's why I went to his office.
Have you gone through the closing material in Cardone University?
Yeah, but I need to like 20 more times.
Yeah, so like a lot of times, what people sometimes struggle most with in the close is transitioning from selling to closing. And you're selling and you're doing your pitch and you're trying to figure out, how do I get from selling into let's do this? And if you can't make that connection, even if you start learning things about the close, if you can't cross that bridge and get over onto the other side, it's gonna freaking spin you up. So like one of the things that Grant taught me, I don't know, when I first started working for him 6 years ago, was he said one line. He said one line on a call, and he had walked into the office, and I was maybe 4 minutes into a conversation that should have, was probably going to be a 25 or 30 minute call. And he walked in, and because I always do what he tells me to do, he's like, ask them if they've seen enough to make a decision. And I'm 4 minutes into a presentation with, a room full of managers and owners and everything. And so I'm like, in the very beginning of the presentation, I'm like, have you seen enough to make a decision? And, obviously they were like, what? We haven't seen anything yet. So I had to catch all this heat because, I prematurely jumped in. But it was like, man, that's the connector. Like, that's the bridge. That's the thing that can take me from the sales piece into the closing piece. Have you seen enough to make a decision? Have you heard enough to make a decision? And then you got to be prepared to handle what comes after that. And the closing material in Cardone University is like, dude, there's closes in there. Grant's written closes. He wrote every single one of those, and there's information in there that if he saw today, he'd be like, oh, man, I forgot about that one. That's a good one. So there's a lot of great information in there, but you just got to get in there and use it over and over and over again. So right now we've got a special on the Grant Cardone University, Grant Cardone Sales University. There's been over 21 million courses taken inside this platform, folks. It's not a fly-by-night thing. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. It's not is this going to work for me or is it not? It's working. It's working for people all over the country, all over the world, because what we do is we take every sales problem that Grant has ever come across, cold calling, following up, negotiating transactions, big deals, small deals, working in retail, selling over the phone, literally every instance of sales that you can imagine, and we put it all together in this platform with over 1,500 segments of content, little 3 to 4 5-minute video pieces that you can, I like to do it when I'm driving in the car on the way to work. I put my phone in my little holder, and I got Grant going on the Bluetooth. I take my little tests if I'm in traffic, so I don't get in an accident. But I have the ability to set that tone for me every single day, and it's not just content like this show right here. You could listen to this show on the way into work, and you could say, oh yeah, I need to want more today, and I need to be curious, and I need to be committed to learning, and I got to take the short-term sacrifice. But man, half the time when I do shows like this, I don't feel good about them when I finish because I'm like, they didn't get anything, right? These are important things to know, and you need to be able to apply them, but these are mental things. These aren't how do I close this deal, like Rachel was saying. These aren't, what do I say when I'm following up with the customer for 3 weeks after they said no and they already purchased from somebody else? How do I stay in the game? And that's what Cardone University does. Cardone University fills in all those little blocks of things that you actually have to do to get a sale done, the building blocks that make up a transaction. So that's a $19,000 program, right? If you watched a different segment of content every day, it'd take you 3 years to get through everything, and you'd never repeat a single segment of content. My math may be off there. It may be 4 years. It's a lot, right? So All of this is available on a smartphone, on a tablet. You can access it on a desktop. There's an app that you can download it through. There's testing, there's certifications. I mean, how would you like to get certified by Grant Cardone? Who wouldn't, right? This is a $19,000 program. Right now it's on sale for $1,995. If you purchase by the end of the month, is it by the end of the week or the end of the month? I think it might be the end of the week. I don't want to overspeak. By the end of the week, Grant's going to include the playbook. Now, this is a completely different program. Cardone Sales University is about selling stuff. Dude, this is about making money. This is about creating prosperity. Personal finances, the wealth creation formula, creating the millionaire mindset, how to make millions in business. I mean, like, we're talking like outside of you now, right? 100 ways to stay motivated, the greatest sales secret of all time. There's 70 hours of content in this program right here, and you get this entire program. It's a $5,400 program. You get it absolutely free for the end of the week, until the end of the week when you purchase Grant Cardone University. So if you go to cardoneu.com, cardoneu.com, and sign up for the program, you're going to get Grant Cardone's playbook included. Look, the best trait of a young hustler, is they've got the right information that they're operating with every day. And we've got the package here. We've got the program here. Dude, and we got success stories from people like Merchant Side right here that's taking information that we communicate, that picked them up the biggest contract, the biggest client that they've ever had. Tons of love on Facebook, guys. Dan Hall, Kishore Salve, Joseph Ostrowski, Joe Hangerman, Elizabeth Misha, Jimbo Carroll. Thank you guys so much for jumping on the feed today. Let's see who else we got here. Benji Lee, George Caballero, AJ Weir. Dude, you guys are all awesome. Love having you on the show. Every week we come back to this same place at the same time to give you pieces of information that you can use to advance and move further in life. We appreciate you following the show. Remember, the only ones that condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves. We'll see you next week.